Okay, this is question number 2, which is this one. Okay, so here's a picture of a circle of radius r and a square of side length r. Show that the area of the circle divided by the area of the square is greater than or equal to 2 and less than or equal to 4. Okay, so we've got that particular problem. This simple one. First we need to do is, if this is the radius, we will give it a nice simple value. So we will say that the radius, let the radius equal 1. Okay, so therefore the area of the circle is pi r squared, which equals 3.14, and the area of the square is, in this case, it's like the length, which is represented by r, so we could just say it's the same as r squared. So that is 1. 3.14 divided by 1 equals 3.14. So 3.14 is greater than that 2, and it's also less than the 4. Okay, so the second part of the question says, explain why the quotient of the area of the circle divided by the area of the square does not depend on the radius. So this one is quite simple. So the area of a circle is pi r squared. The area of a square, in this particular case, the square is the radius. So instead of putting the length, I'm just going to put r. So it's r times r, which is r squared. So that particular ratio, the area of the circle divided by the area of the square, we can just cancel out the r squared, so the answer is pi. So the area of the circle divided by the area of the square, our answer is always going to be pi. It's not dependent on the r. It'll always be pi. We've proved here that that's the case because 3.14 is pi. Another way we can test it is we'll say let the radius equal 2. Okay, so in the same particular case, the area of the circle will be pi r squared over r squared, which is the area of the square. So that will be equal 3.14 multiplied by 2 squared is 4, and that's over 2 squared, which is 4. 4's cancel out, and we're equal to 3.14. Another one, let r equal 4. So the area of the circle is pi r squared over r squared, which is the square. This is equal to pi times 4 is 16, and the r squared, the sides, 4 by 4, which is equal to 16. 16 cancel out, we're left with pi. So in this particular case, the area of the circle, when it's divided by the area of the square, our answer is always going to be pi for this particular case. It's not dependent by the length at all. Okay, so that is question number 2.